Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Heat Ray Vision podcast. And I got myself Hector, also known as CN6. And with me, I got Hav.
Yo.
And I got Mario. Jaws on my knob. Why are you laughing, Mario? Go ahead. Tell the people. Go ahead.
Okay, so before I press
Go ahead,
record,
tell
like
them.
right before I press record, I go.
Nobody cares. All right, moving on.
You're a bitch.
All right, go ahead. Fine. Go ahead. Tell them. Why are we laughing?
Because
Bitch-ass
before I press the record button on our recording shit, I always go 3, 2, and instead of saying 1, I say some stupid shit. So this time I said 3, 2.
Oh my God.
Hector sucked me off. We're good.
Oh my God. He's essentially Freddie Benson from iCarly. He's the guy that says, "We're live, 5, 4." Then he does a little, countdown. I was gonna say something crazy. I was gonna say something crazy.
I bet
Sorry,
you were.
but tonight we're gonna be reviewing The Beekeeper.
Yes, sir.
Featuring Jason Statham.
Yes, sir.
One of the best to ever do it, man. But before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at Heat Ray Vision Podcast or go to heatrayvisionpodcast.com. You're going to see all of our links through there. Make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called Heat Ray Vision Clips. That's where we'll upload all of our clips where you don't have enough time to listen to the whole podcast. We'll post all the highlights through there. Make sure you follow our main page called Heat Ray Vision to stay up to date with any geek news and films, TV, and video games. The socials are at Heat Ray Vision or go to heatrayvision.com to find all of our socials. All the links will be down in the description. And with that being said, man, The Beekeeper. Jesus Christ. Let's talk. Okay, you know how we always do it, man. We talk about the trailers and shit. And this one is actually more memorable. I remember. When I didn't see the trailer with you guys, I was doing something. And it was just you and Mario that were watching it. And y'all like reacted crazy. I'm like, what the fuck's going on, bro? You guys want to talk about that for a little bit, man?
Yeah,
how you chewing on nuts?
So
Literally.
yeah, you were doing something. I forgot what the fuck you were doing. And Javi's like, "Oh yeah, Mario, like, is that one Jason Statham movie, Beekeeper? You seen it?" I'm like, "Oh no, bro, I haven't seen that. I'll put it on." And we're watching it, and it's basically just telling us the premise of the story: how he's a beekeeper, he's living a peaceful life, and then he goes straight into him kicking ass. And we're like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
In typical Jason Statham fashion.
Yeah.
The way he does.
And then it gets to the point where they explain in the trailer. It gets to the point where it explains like why he's like this. And I forgot how they say it exactly, but it goes something like, "Oh, he's a beekeeper. This elite unit force that's beyond the rules."
An elite unit, unclassified force that fights the powers of evil. And it's like, what? Like,
That's the most stupidest shit I heard,
now
bro.
I get it.
Oh, my
And like
God.
everything's like, we got to protect the hive.
Yeah.
Protect the hive. Like, and then like they're like, what? Like it's like instead of grenades, it's like honey, and it's like what?
Yeah.
So they really lean into the bee references.
Yeah. So, and I remember them like reacting, like laughing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And then you guys rewind it, and I saw it. I'm like, oh shit.
That was so dumb, bro.
That's just, yeah. So, based on that, right, as you hear Mario's reaction, he said, that shit dumb as hell. Mm-hmm. So, were you not hyped for this movie, Mario?
No, not a bit.
All right, not hyped, but like you weren't interested at all? Like, not
Nah.
even, all right, cool.
Nah,
Not at all.
I wasn't really.
What about
You guys are you. Oh my bad. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, like, you guys really enjoy the Jason Statham movies because y'all were even interested in the Meg, and I was not whatsoever. I was like, dude, that
No,
shit
I knew
looks
them-
ass.
Yeah, it does. Well, yeah.
But I'm not gonna watch it because of Jason Statham's in it.
Well,
I still haven't seen him.
I haven't.
Really? I thought you have.
No,
I
not
haven't seen
any
him.
of them.
I thought the first one. No, not the second one, but I thought
No,
the
I haven't
first one
seen
you
it.
saw.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, it's Jason Statham, man. I just like his actor, man. He always portrays like,
Same type of character.
yeah, and he talks the same.
Yeah.
Like he talks the same, actually. Now that I think about it, like in every role he plays, he just talks like that, like
Hey,
deep
man,
kind of voice.
bag.
What happened?
I thought he's getting his bag.
Oh, yeah, and that's one thing, right? Is Javi and I, we always like we've been talking about this. He would say that he's typecasted, and like obviously so, right? But the thing is, I don't like that. Like he's, it's cool that he's typecasted, right? But I don't like that he's typecasted in movies like these, Fast X, The Meg, Crank, Second Crank, this movie where he does a great performance as himself and like his fighting, his choreography, but it's just the plot is not serious, and like it's not like a serious type of movie, kind of like Transporter. That's my only issue, man, and it's kind of sucks because I do want to see him more like serious movies. Maybe like a what was that movie? Homefront. Was it Homefront?
Yes.
That was
I
cool
like
as fuck.
Homefront. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that I don't know why. Dang, I just came up with the. I don't know why I didn't mention that to you when we were talking about it. But Homefront, that's like a more serious movie with Jason Statham, and I enjoyed it a lot. Right, I want to see more of that. You know, I don't want to see like Meg 3 or like Sharknado 5 and like have him be in it, or you know what I mean. Or like maybe there's another movie called The Gardener and it's the same situation with him type shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think he could do so much more. You know what I mean? And yeah. So okay, The Beekeeper. We're gonna do a quick non-spoiler review for it, and then we're gonna jump into the spoiler sections. And Hav, do you want to give it like a quick synopsis on The Beekeeper?
Basically, the synopsis is that Jason Statham is a retired spec ops ex-military man who worked for a classified undercover organization that works like alongside the CIA and the FBI, but they're unknown.
Yeah.
And they were called Beekeepers. And basically, he comes out of retirement, John Wick style.
Yeah.
Because he goes through like a situation where someone close to him got screwed over. So he goes after
We'll talk about that.
these scam people, these people that kind of do those things where like they send you those scam text messages or emails or pop-up ads about how like your shit has a virus or whatever and the fuck, and they just scam you of all your money. So he goes after those people and he comes out of retirement in Jason Statham fashion.
Yeah.
That's
And we're actually gonna get into it. Yeah. So, actually, dang, I was about to jump into spoilers because not gonna lie, I want to talk about the scene, but I completely forgot. Okay. So, let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, man. Let's see. From what I've noticed, I mean, I thought the plot line was fairly generic. It's one of those things that we've seen multiple times before. The action, I also think, was mediocre. Like, it's in a sense where we've just seen it before. I will say it's definitely the plot. Obviously, since even though it's generic and we've seen it multiple times, it's better than Silent Night, and the action better than Silent Night. And so there's that. The characters. I mean, actually, you know what? I actually did fuck with the characters. What did you guys think? I did grow attached in the very beginning. I don't want to talk about like the whole scene, but I was like buying their whole relationship that Jason Statham had with that one lady in the beginning of the movie. And what else? Is there anything else? Is there anything standout things that you guys want to?
Jason Statham kills it.
Yeah.
He kills the role, as he always does. And honestly, I clocked in for this movie for him alone.
Yeah.
I had a feeling because it's a January movie being directed.
Many people showed up actually when
Oh
we
yeah,
went.
yeah.
Yep.
A lot of older people. I think
was
we
shocked.
might have been the youngest people there.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
But I kind of had a feeling the movie was going to be a bit generic just because it's a January movie. On top of that, it's being directed by David Ayer, who is the guy who's known for writing and directing the shitty Suicide Squad movie, as well as other movies like Fury and maybe a few others. But he was the one who directed this movie. And obviously, we know him as like the director of the Suicide Squad, the one with Will Smith. But he's done other movies, and I've heard those movies were kind of like, you know, not mid, not great either, but just kind of like whatever. They're good, they're cool, alright. And so I kind of had a feeling that this movie would be the same way, but because it had Jason Statham, I was like, I'm clocking in just to
Oh,
go
for
see this
sure, bro.
motherfucker.
Like, I think like,
And I feel like he does his part like right. I think Jason Statham definitely is the person like, even if he's in a shitty movie like Meg or Crank,
at
or
least he
Expendables
does
4,
really well. You know what I mean?
He's the one that definitely feels like he's the one like that's carrying the movie.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? If not him, if it was somebody else in his
And that's
place,
what
like Randy Orton,
Yeah.
then it's like I'm not gonna give a fuck. But because it's
No,
Statham,
and that's what I hate, dude. Is like the fact that he's in these dumbass movies, mediocre movies, and he's caring and he does really well. It's like he's not supposed to be in this bracket, dude. And I think Hollywood is just putting him in that bracket. And it's like he deserves a lot more, bro. Like a lot of like a more serious role. Like, you know what I mean, dude? Like dude, what if he was in John Wick?
Oh yeah,
As like a like an enemy or another ally, right? That'd be fucking cool. Like I want to see him more in serious roles, man. Like what's with this bullshit of him stopping a shark with his foot? Like, Megalodon. You know what I mean?
That's funny as
Like, I'm getting, like, what the fuck, bro?
The thing about that I've noticed
Yeah.
is that in his career, Statham kind of developed the same career that the Rock has, where like the Rock is also known as the kind of like big alpha motherfucker that just plays the same thing in every movie.
Yeah.
Which is why the studio Universal kind of being aware that both those actors have such big egos that are kind of typecast on Hollywood. They pinned them together and made Hobbs and Shaw the movie, and that movie's fucking awesome. Because the Rock and Jason Statham work together so well, like their chemistry is fire. So I feel like it's the same thing where it's like every movie he's in, he's that typecast.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, even if he wanted to go for serious roles, he'd have to seek them out. Maybe he's doing these generic action movies because he's agreeing to it. They'll come to him like, hey, we want you to be in this movie about this and this, and he's like, all right, let's do it, right? Megalodon, or whatever the fuck, however he talks. But like,
And he has like the same voice too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Even like everything is serious and deep voice. Even if it's like, you want a cup of coffee?
he's like,
Yeah, I'll take a cup of coffee.
maybe I'll think about that.
Yeah,
I'll take it black.
I'll take it.
Yo.
Take shit, and it's like, okay, like, but like that's just how he is, type shit. You can definitely tell that there's a lot of 80s, 90s cheesy action movie like that inspired this.
Yeah.
Because like back in the 90s, bro, there's a bunch of action movies that were kind of like cheesy and over the top, kind of like this one. You definitely see an influence.
Especially The Last Shot.
Yeah, there's a lot of influence in this movie. It feels like this movie was made for like a throwback.
Yeah.
A throwback to those 90 action movies like that were kind of cheesy and shit like that. It's kind of like that's probably why a bunch of old people went. Think about that.
That's what I say. Then again, Jason Statham, man, he has a big audience too. Kind of like when we saw Mission Impossible, bro.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
You know what I mean? A lot of
And
people,
all those
a
old
lot of
people
older people were there for him.
Yeah,
Shit.
man. But like, I think Jason Statham did a fantastic job. I mean, he
Yeah,
carries his own, and any shitty movie
Yeah.
that he's in, I believe he carries the movies that he's in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was the same way as Hector, man. Fast and Furious died when Paul Walker died, and then Jason Statham came in, and I was like, he saved it.
Nah,
what you mean?
Nah.
What you mean, girl?
Nah.
What you mean? What you mean, girl? I'll bust this mic on my head.
Oh, yo.
No, I'm kidding.
bro.
I'm
No,
already
bro.
done
No,
on
no.
that.
Fast
I'm
and-
obviously
Fast-
fucking around.
Fast and Furious dead, bro.
I'm obviously fucking around. But Jason Statham was fire.
No, he was.
In Fast and Furious.
He was, dude.
The 7th movie when he was the villain, I was like, fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jason Statham.
But
bro.
yeah, I mean, I agree. I wish he would have taken on more serious roles, but I've kind of accepted that this is just his career now. Plus, he's getting up there in age. Like, he's in his mid 50s, so like,
Jesus,
he's gonna get to an age.
He don't
where
look
he's
like
not
he don't look like that.
No,
though.
fuck no.
He looks younger.
But he's gonna get to
Like
an age
40s
where
maybe.
I feel like he's gonna start like being restricted with movement, and like it's not gonna be moving the same. So like,
And they're using him for shitty bullshit, man. Like I want him to be like in good shit, but
like
It
he
is
already
what it is,
went
man.
through that phase, man. He did Homefront. He did Transporter. He did.
okay.
all
What
those
else? That's it.
What do you
That's
mean?
all he has.
No, he has. He's had
Transporter, Homefront. Okay. What else? Other good movies that are serious, like
Safe.
Safe 3. That's actually 4 movies. 'Cause Transporter is 3 movies, right? Transporter
It's 3 movies.
3 movies, 4
And a
5.
Homefront.
So 4 5. So just 5 movies, and they're old as fuck. I'm talking about like now.
Yeah, he also did another movie that came out a couple of years ago, directed by Guy Ritchie. I forgot what it was called though. That was another good one. I recommend we watch that one. That one's serious. If you guys want a serious Jason Statham movie, that's another one that I'll recommend. I forgot the name of it. I'll look it up. But I mean, he has like hits and misses. Like he has a lot of the ones that are serious, but he also takes on the cheesy ones, like kind of like the cheesy '90s action influence ones. He just does both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, like, I know exactly what it is I'm signing up for. What I don't do is I don't make the mistake of having high expectations. Based
Yeah.
on the trailer, I need to know what I'm signing up for. That's why when people don't know, they get disappointed. Kind of like with you in The Northman.
Yeah.
It's like when you had an idea of what you think this movie was going to go in. Even though maybe if we had known a little more of the director and his style of movies, maybe we would have known that The Northman would not have been what you expected.
I mean, keep in mind this was back when
We first started the pod.
Yeah,
This
and
is
I wasn't
2021.
really like a reviewer like that.
Exactly.
I was just like, yo, this movie looks fire.
This was 2022.
No, bro, dude, it's because the way they marketed it
I
was
know.
so
It
fucking
looks so
bullshit.
I know, but here's
the
the thing.
The trailer, Mario, was just a badass fight
No, I
scene.
remember.
They show it all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's just that fight scene throughout the entire movie. There's nothing else. It's unbelievable.
Kind of like another show. How?
But the thing about it is that like
What show?
Echo.
Echo.
Echo's like, no.
Yeah,
really?
because every Echo show, the trailers they keep showing Daredevil, like he's gonna be in it a lot, but it's just that 70-second scene that he's in.
That's great.
But it's one of those things where like I have to know what I'm getting myself into if I watch a trailer. And watching Beekeeper, like just kind of knowing the context. Okay, it's a Jason Statham movie. He's doing his Jason Statham thing.
Yeah.
It's being directed by David Ayer. It's a January movie, so I know this movie's not going to be great in plot, and it's not going to win Oscars anytime soon. But Jason Statham is going to carry the movie, so I kind of had already known what this movie was going to be. That's why walking out of the movie, I was like, I like that movie a lot. Because my expectations were high. If anything, they were met. Because I knew exactly what to expect from this movie, and what I got is what I expected. So I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
I walked away being like, hell yeah, that movie was fun because Jason Statham was kicking ass. I'll always watch that. You know what I mean? So for me, I enjoyed this movie, and I thought Jason Statham did a good job, despite everything else may have like falling short, which it does. I'm not gonna say it's a perfect fucking movie, but I kind of expected that.
I wanna ask Mario, what did you think, Mario? Did it meet your expectations? Did it exceed it?
I guess we should
What's
say what were the expectations? Let's start with that.
Well, I thought
honestly,
I thought it was gonna be another mediocre
my-
action movie.
Dude, my only
Just an average action movie. That's it.
I'm kind of in the same realm. My only expectations are like, as long as this is better than Silent Night, I'll be satisfied. And it was better than Silent Night, so I was satisfied. But
It's more entertaining.
But I will say this, that I really felt the runtime in this movie, and
Really,
that
I was about to
wasn't-
ask. Like, I didn't really feel it. I thought it was. I was pretty entertaining.
For me, this felt like a 2-hour movie, but it wasn't. It's an hour and 45. But to me, at some point, I'm just like, yo, when is it gonna end?
Here's the
Are
thing.
you serious?
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Calm down. Here's the thing. Ready?
Okay.
That's kind of not fair.
What do you mean,
Because of the three of us, who was least interested in watching this movie?
Mario?
So why do you think it was such a drag to him? Because he didn't want to be there in the first place, motherfucker.
Well,
Let's be
like-
real.
Okay, but it's one thing to what's it called? Not be hyped for something or not looking forward to a movie, and then just gun hoing and sticking to that mentality rather than just trying to like be open to it. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think with him, he was just so grasped on the fact that like he made the first judgment. I'm gonna stick like this, and I'm gonna nitpick everything little thing that I saw.
That
And I think because when certain fighting scenes were happening, Mario was looking at me. He's like, "Bro, come on, how was that crazy?" Like, I'm like, "Bro, I've seen I've seen John Wick do crazier, dude." Yeah. Why are you acting like this right now, Mario? Like that's what was going through my head. He's like, "Bro, I'll pass it to you in a bit." He's like, "Bro, what the fuck, Hector?
that's not real.
Did you not see that? Did you see what the fuck he just did? He just took down
Speaking of John Wick.
He just took down those 3 guys. Oh, we had the TV on, the Continental trailers
Shout out.
playing or whatever. He's like, he just took 3 guys like that. I'm like, bro, have you not seen John Wick? John Wick, I would say, does more crazy shit than this shit, Mario. So what's going on in your head? Go ahead. Ryan.
No, you're getting confused.
Are you sure?
No, the part I told you was the part in the car was when they're outside in the with the FBI SWAT team. While he's kicking their ass, I said, "Bro, did you see in the background there was FBI agents there, but they were just standing there. They weren't helping out the SWAT team."
Oh, that's what it was?
That's what it was.
Oh, I thought it was because he just kicked dude.
Nah, I've seen John Wick do that too. I can't
Oh.
critique. It's an
Oh,
action
never mind.
movie. I expect action, which is here.
Oh,
more than Silent Night.
I thought it was like, how did he just take down those 4 guys at once?
Nah, bro.
I
Hell
thought it was
nah.
that. I'm like, Mario, what are you freaking?
No, it's just the fact that it's a
okay.
shot where you see like 5
They're
FBI
just standing there
and
like-
they're just standing. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Where do we get them? You don't hear your own guys getting their ass whooped by Jason Statham right now. Like, run
That's
towards
funny.
them. That's
Yeah.
where I was getting. I was like, bro, there's no
but
fucking
you know
way.
what,
you
though?
can-
You're
Okay, that's
right.
fair. I'm wrong then. My
But
bad.
you were
My
right.
bad, Mario.
You were wrong, but you were right.
Wait a minute.
There he is. There he goes
What'd he say?
nitpicking.
Oh,
There he goes.
Oh,
nitpicking,
oh,
looking
about
in the
the
background and looking for some flaw because he didn't want to watch this movie.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are some cheesy moments, right?
Yeah.
as well, like,
And
there
I knew
are-
this movie was gonna be just like that.
Yeah.
Because like when Jason Statham is talking serious and
Yeah.
Megalodon or whatever the
One
fuck.
thing I will say this. One thing I'm shocked. There wasn't a lot of cheesy lines. I was expecting that in this fucking movie.
Other
No.
than like all the B puns.
Yeah,
there's a
other than
bunch of
that,
B
but
puns
like
when
I'm
the
expecting
hive-
like, did you like
When the
that?
hive is shaking, we gotta smoke him.
You know
out.
when he threw
I
that
don't know.
jar of honey at the girl? I
Yeah.
swear to God, I was waiting for.
I was waiting
like,
for a line. He's like,
play. How do you like that, honey? Shit
Yeah,
like
like,
that. Like I was waiting.
Consider
for that.
yourself waxed.
'Cause I
Or some bullshit.
don't know, man.
And then we started making fun of that. Because
Yeah.
we were leaving the movie theater. We were just coming up with our own B puns.
yeah.
Jason Statham points a gun. This might sting.
Honestly, bro, if they would have put that in there, it would have made it more enjoyable for me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna be swear to God, it would have been funny for me. I'm like, you know what? That made me laugh. So this is I'll get support. But no, man. For me, how
Lot
I
of
view
funny.
this movie, that last shot at the end, not the very end, but you know when he's like jumps out that window.
Yeah.
That shot, I'm like, that emphasizes the fucking movie right there. That emphasizes the entirety of the movie for me, at least.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this is a movie that I didn't want to see. I would have seen it at home. I just didn't want to come see it at a theater.
Well, now that we'd have like that membership where like you watch movies for free and shit, I'd fucking go. And
Well,
see
sure.
it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. If it was worth a movie ticket, whatever the fuck, we'll
Yeah.
get to that in a bit. But you didn't like. You thought it dragged.
Yeah,
didn't really think it dragged.
dude, I thought it was a
Me neither.
2-hour movie,
I,
bro.
yeah, I was fairly entertained.
I was actually invested in the story.
Yeah.
Not invested like, whoa, Oscar winning, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, oh, it's like interesting. Like,
Yeah, in the beginning, I think it really does.
I will
hook
say
you.
there
Yeah.
were a lot of things that happened in the movie, or I guess I should say, there's a lot of things that didn't happen in the movie that I expected to happen. And then the fact that it didn't kind of, I was like, eh.
Interesting. Okay.
Excuse me. I
get
feel
to
like
that in
they would have
spoilers.
done, I feel like they could have done more.
Okay.
I guess in the sense, to keep it spoiler free, I will say one thing that this movie does lack is stronger side characters.
That's true.
So even though that we're introduced to, you know, Josh Hutcherson, right, from Five Nights at Freddy fame.
Hey, does this play into what Mario said that he's only in mediocre movies?
Yes.
That's
Look at
crazy. He just wants to be right, bro.
Hey, it's facts.
He just wants to be
Josh
right.
Hutcherson, hey, he's getting
Hey,
the bag.
To be fair
but
though,
he's proving my point.
To be fair though, I thought he did a pretty decent job.
No, he
That's
did
playing
good.
his character
But
as a
my
villain.
whole thing, he's in mediocre movies. Not that he's bad. He's in mediocre movies, which I
Yeah.
hate because he can be like a Jennifer Lawrence. He can be in these movies that can be dead ass around him.
I think he just needs to like
Hire a better agent.
yeah.
no, not only that, dude, but like Hutcherson is kind of like typecasted too in a way.
really.
I would in a
Not
sense-
as much. Not
in a
as
s-
much as Jason Statham.
Well, okay, okay. Josh Hutcherson is always played as like a young adult and like a young or like a teenager. You know what I mean? And like to me, I just think he needs to get his like physique up, like maybe get a more fuller physique and not like a scrawny like teen, and maybe he could land some like more serious roles or something. I don't know. But he's always typecasted as like a teen, a young
adult, punk.
like
Young
you
and
know,
reckless adult
type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
I
always
get
like
you.
yeah.
But as I was saying, I feel like one thing that this movie does flaw in is its side characters.
Yeah.
Even the villains, even the antagonists. Like, I didn't find anyone to be as interesting as Jason Statham. Now, granted, I won't be a hypocrite. I will plead maybe. I will plead. I will plead.
I will pee.
I will pee everywhere.
I will piss on
I will
this shit
pee
right now.
on you.
Yeah.
I'm pissing on Silent
Hey,
Night.
listen. That's some R. Kelly shit that I'm not a part of.
Yo.
You said it. You said it.
you
not-
said it.
No,
What the
You
fuck?
said it.
You
Whoa.
literally
said
just
it.
said it.
You
I
literally
could run
said
the
it.
tape back.
He literally just said it.
Yeah.
Mario.
I did not.
Oh,
Yes,
that's-
you did.
I literally just said you pee, and he's like,
No,
yeah, then you
me.
brought up that guy.
You
Brought up
said
that
I'm gonna
weirdo.
be on you, and I said, "Well, I'm not."
Yeah, but he didn't name drop though.
yeah, I didn't name drop anything.
but yeah, but let's be real. Everyone thought it.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't. I was more thinking.
I was thinking of you.
I was
thinking of you,
That's
season
why
4.
I said Netflix. I was more thinking
crazy.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Fuck, y'all watch that shit? What the hell?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy. I'm not
There's a
watching.
scene like
Is
that.
it- yeah, just see more like that.
Fuck what?
Yeah, it's fun.
Hell yeah.
But I was saying, I will plead that I'm biased because it's Jason Statham and I'm gonna find him the most interesting, obviously. But I feel like you could put him in a movie where like a bunch of characters can be interesting if the writing's there.
Yeah.
But because it's David Ayer, maybe he just didn't know how
Yeah.
to write these characters. Plus, I did go and see who wrote the script. It was some other guy, but he's written some movies. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, that makes sense,
Yeah.
right? But like, you know, there's that one character who's like the detective, and she kind of plays a major part in it. I wish they could have done more with her character than just kind of being like the drunk, kind of reckless detective who wants to go after
Yeah.
Statham. Every other character, like the antagonist, even Jeremy
Actually,
Irons and all that.
I want to
stuff.
say more about her in the spoiler section.
No, yeah, I know. There's a
this-
lot to say.
Yeah.
But for me, like I felt like this movie's lacked in its side characters. It should have been a
Yeah.
lot stronger, especially because you're gonna have a movie, and maybe that was the point.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the fact that Jason Statham can carry a whole movie himself because he's Statham and he just does everything. What he does best.
Yeah.
That it's like, well, I'm just gonna write characters and hire actors as the side characters, and I'm not gonna have them try that hard because it's the Statham show. Of which case, I understand that
sense,
argument, but at the same time, if you want your movie to be good, then you write stronger characters.
Yeah.
And an argument can be made where it's like, well, maybe David Ayer just wanted this to be a 90s cheesy action movie throwback where the side characters don't mean shit and only the main guy is like the one-man army motherfucker. That's Statham. And it's like, I doubt if you're a filmmaker that you would willingly put your time and money and effort and energy, blood, sweat, and tears into a film that you're just kind of like, oh, I just made that one kind of for fun.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want all your movies to be bangers? Let's be real. If you're a filmmaker, you
Yeah,
make,
because it's like a reputation.
yeah, it's like you don't want to make just generic movies unless you're fucking Adam Sandler.
Or James
But-
Wan.
What?
Oh.
Or what?
James Wan, the motherfucker. Is that the dude who made Silent Night?
No.
Fuck. Who's his name?
You said James Wan.
Isn't that him? Who made Silent Night?
I don't know, but it's not Wan.
But I don't care. Don't disrespect
Silent,
Juan
No,
like
I
that,
remember
bro.
Silent Night. You said some like famous. He was a famous director.
Yes, but not James Wan. That's
the fuck is
Insidious.
it?
That's Conjuring. That's Saw.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Don't
You just,
disrespect
you
you
James
just
Wan.
disrespected Javi.
dude,
right
Javi was
there.
about to beat my ass.
I was
Right?
like James Wan just because he
Let me
put
see.
out Aquaman
Bro.
2.
Bro, he said what?
Oh,
But he
John
really wanted-
Woo.
John Woo.
Come on, Mario.
That's racist, bro.
Mario, come on, dude. Do you hear this motherfucker? James Wan, John Woo, boo hoo. I don't give a fuck. It's the same shit, bro. John Woo, bro.
Oh my
John
God.
Woo. Fuck this guy, man.
That's
Silent Night
funny
was
as
trash.
Oh shit, it's Taylor Swift.
Yo, Thanksgiving was way better than Silent Night, bro.
That's facts.
Did you see Thanksgiving? You gotta put that on your list. It's actually good. It's a good slasher.
But I feel like if you're a filmmaker,
John
bro,
Woo, my guys, my bad. Not James Wan. My bad.
I feel like if you're a filmmaker, bro, you wouldn't want to just make a movie that's kind of like generic. Like, oh yeah, I just made that one for fun, man. I don't take it serious.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, if you're gonna put your fucking effort into a movie, wouldn't you want it to make it all bangers? Every movie that you make. So that's why to me it's bullshit. It's like fuck out of here if you wanted to not put effort in a movie.
Yeah.
You know he wanted to make the next John Wick, especially because a lot of the plot points in this movie take inspiration from John
Oh,
Wick.
for sure, dude.
The way that the movie was like explaining who Jason Statham was, he's like, well, he used to be a beekeeper, and everyone's like, fuck, it's a raps, bro. It's fucking
Yeah.
beekeeper's coming, and it's like they treat him very much like, oh, John Wick, Baba Yaga, like he's gonna come after you. They very much borrowed the same way, and I think David Ayer wanted to make his own John Wick movie with this movie. Absolutely, he wanted to make his own John Wick, but it's like, well, what actor?
But add like a cheesy twist. to
Sure.
it.
It's like, well, if I want to make my own John Wick, then I have to cast a badass actor who knows how to fight. Oh, Statham. He knows how to move. He knows how to fight and shit. He's badass, right? I was like, okay, well, I need to like make him build a reputation, but he can't be part of a secret He can't be part of an assassinist organization. So we'll make him a CIA organization, undercover, the Beekeepers. That'll be his old gimmick. Is like he'll take care of bees and honey is flammable and protect the hive. And like he wanted to create his own little John Wick comic book universe with this. You can very much see the blueprint. You very much see the ingredients. He borrowed a lot of the ingredients. It's like when your friends like, can I copy your homework but don't make it look the same?
Yeah.
That's what this is. The Beekeeper is just another John Wick. Not as good, but it is essentially John Wick. And it's
Okay,
core
this is a
roots.
good question now, because we're getting to I'm pretty much at the end of the non-spoiler. Silent Night or the Beekeeper?
Beekeeper.
Okay.
The fuck? There's no
Hey, bro.
comparison.
I mean, you like Silent Night a lot, so I just.
But Statham.
I mean,
Come on
All right. Okay, Beekeeper or Sisu?
now. Ooh, I think I liked Sisu more.
Low key, huh? Sisu was cool.
Sisu was pretty good.
What was another John Wick like movie that we saw? I think that was it, right?
That I can think of.
Right. Sisu and Silent Night. But okay, Marty, is there anything else you wanted to add? Is non spoilers, like things that you didn't like? Because there were some times, bro, where Mario was laughing, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was laughing, and it was just like dialogue.
Yeah, because some dialogue.
Because that is kind of
cheesy.
funny. There was some dialogue that was kind of funny.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember some of it, but I can't. Fuck.
Yeah.
But nah, man.
My favorite were just the bee puns, bro. It's like sometimes you gotta kill the hornet's nest if they're attacking the beehive or like some bullshit, bro.
Like
No.
that's not funny, y'all. I have a
What?
good time when he says stupid shit like this.
No, yeah, it's funny.
It's funny. Don't get me wrong. Doesn't make the movie better though. No.
Dang, so you really did not like this movie?
I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie. I don't think it's a bad
I
movie.
think Mario has this thing where it's like if he's not looking forward to it, he's gonna shit on it. You notice that?
But like, come on, man. Really? I mean,
Like I think like the action's 10 times better than Silent Night.
Oh hell yeah, it's Statham.
Yeah, I do give a fuck way more about the characters than I did in like Night Swim. It's not much, but I do care more.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, with only just 3 characters, honestly, I cared. Jason
yeah, but like,
being the
I feel like
most.
you're dreading on this movie more than Night Swim.
To me, Night Swim and this movie are in the same realm.
No. No.
I don't agree with that.
I don't
bro.
accept that.
I don't agree
No,
with
bro.
that. Beekeeper was way better than this movie.
Yes, dude.
I'm sorry. Beekeeper was way better than
Night Swim by a landslide.
Not to me,
No,
man.
bro. You hear him?
You think it's the
Dude.
same?
Dude, I'm
Same
telling you,
realm.
it's not a conspiracy, bro. Mario shits on movies he wasn't looking forward to. And he'll nitpick the shit out of it to prove his argument. Bro, let's be real.
I don't know,
That's
man.
crazy.
I think it's a generic story.
I mean, that's
The best thing about it is the action. That's it.
Facts.
The writing's generic. The side characters aren't exciting.
Yeah.
So what else can I say?
Okay, but here's the thing, though. Even the Night Swim didn't have like very memorable. Even
That's
all
why
that
I'm
good-
saying it's
all that good horror.
it's the same
sequences
realm.
in a horror movie. But this action movie had better action shit. It did the action. Okay, in Night Swim, it was classified as a horror movie. Even the horror aspects weren't even all that great. It was kind of mid. It didn't do nothing cool. An action movie, he was out there kicking ass. He did a 1v10 with the SWAT team. That's not cool to you? That's elevating the action sequence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I don't understand.
Or maybe Mario doesn't like action movies.
I've noticed
No,
that.
I do like action.
I don't know,
movies,
man.
But
He
I'm
likes
not
John
like
Wick, but like that's it.
He also did like Mission Impossible.
yeah.
That is true.
But I don't know. So Mission Impossible is just I don't know. That bitch 10 times.
Well, that's
better
because the
than me.
plot, like
The plot's
like,
better,
the story,
yeah.
the plot and the story was just.
I don't know.
like,
I just don't like the generic storyline where I know I'm just like it's just another generic action movie.
Yeah.
Generic action movies don't
But you
intrigue
think
me.
it's like
Okay,
you
but
put
here's
this
the
same
thing,
as Night Swim.
Here's
though?
the
I said same realm.
that's the
Yes,
same.
you put 'em equal.
Yeah,
Like
that's
same
the
area.
tier. So
Yeah,
it's
right,
D
same tier.
It's a D tier. Okay, weird.
I don't know.
Fight.
Like Beekeeper's at least C. It's like
Is this a C?
it's at least C tier, whereas Night Swim's an F. Like it's like that's where I
I
see.
see.
it.
No, F is
I see
bad.
Night Swim as a like D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
This
F.
is this is like if
funny
I
how,
would
like,
if I
we're
would have ranked
using
this,
a
I would
rating
put,
system we don't even use.
Yeah, I know, right? Like in my mind, I'm debating this is either a C or D movie for me. Both of them are. Well, no,
Okay.
I'll probably put Night Swim D.
I don't know. Man.
Okay, fine. In spoiler sections, can you elaborate more? Like maybe go into spoiler detail, like what were some things you didn't like and
Right.
shit.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that. I mean, we're pretty much done with the non-spoiler section. That's pretty much it.
Uh-huh.
Let's get our if it was worth a movie ticket, then our rating. Mario, let's do it with you first. and then
I'm gonna say no. It's not worth the movie ticket. Wait till it gets on streaming services or platforms. It probably will, like a month, just like Night Swim.
Also, by the way, I don't know why he always says that. It'll probably be in like streaming service after a week. It's trash. That's not how businesses run, my guy.
But I know, but the quicker it gets on a platform, that's how you know it did bad.
Wait, Night Swim is coming out already?
No, I just say that.
Oh, he says that.
Yeah.
You know, dude, this movie was so trash. It's probably on Max tomorrow. That's not how businesses work.
That's kind of how.
That's how it works.
I think he's thinking of it like video games. You know how video games go on sale like a week or two later.
Yeah.
Realize if it flopped.
Yeah, that's facts. That's funny.
Is that how you're thinking it?
Yeah, I just say it because I'm just probably gonna be on
Max, but
and
It's
like,
gonna be on
next week.
Peacock.
Yeah,
No, it's gonna be on what is it called?
MGM
Tubi.
Plus.
to me.
It's probably gonna be on Tubi.
That's funny as hell.
Just wait it out.
Like what?
What
The
That's
fuck?
funny. All right, so what would you rate this Mario?
I would probably give this. I'll probably give this bitch like. I'll probably give it like a 6.
Okay,
I think it's okay. The action's really the only thing that has it going for it.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah.
What about you, Hav? Is it worth the movie ticket? And what would your rating be?
So for
Hey,
me,
remember,
bro,
keep these ratings in check.
what happened?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man, write these down, bro. I can't even do this.
I
man.
can't do it no more.
That shit was so
It's a wrap.
funny.
Bro.
That was funny as shit, bro. I wish we had that on tape. That shit was
Don't
the
worry.
funniest shit.
I can't be tracked this year.
But for me, man, I feel like, you know, is it worth the movie ticket? First of all, you just got to know what you're in for.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know what you like and you don't like. If you like to watch Jason Statham carry an entire movie and like have it be like, and like that's cool to you, then it's worth a movie ticket. If you're one of those people who like went and saw like both Meg movies or Expendables 4 and you were like, "Oh, I like when Statham carries action movies." Then yeah, it's worth a movie ticket. That's why I bought a movie ticket.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna go. So I would say it is worth a movie ticket. But if that's not you, like some people, then don't. It's very much like Fast and Furious. You can't say Fast and Furious is a great franchise.
Facts.
You also can't say that it's a trash franchise.
Yeah.
You can't go one or the other because it's very divisive in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's people out there who love the Fast and Furious franchise because they like that the movies give into its 90 action cheesy, you know, character in which like the power of family gets you out in tough situations with your cars. That's kind of like the point.
Yeah.
But then you also have your diehard characters who say that the Fast and Furious franchise wasn't always like this and it was about street racing and they hold on to the original roots more. That's why it's difficult to review Fast and Furious because you're supposed to say, well, you got to know what you in for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's very much like this Jason Statham Beekeeper movie. You just got to know if this is your shit or not. If you like Jason Statham movies where he carries and he's like the one-man alpha army motherfucker that takes on like, you know what I mean? Then you're going to fuck with this movie like I did. But if you're not into that or if you don't know who Statham is or you're just kind of like, it's just another generic, like Statham just gonna like, he's gonna deliver his lines like this and Megalodon and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you don't fuck with that, then don't go. You know you better than you know, like, than anyone else knows you.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, yeah, it's worth the movie ticket if you're like me and you enjoy when Statham does his thing. But if you don't, then don't watch it. But from a personal experience, as someone who enjoyed this movie, kind of gave into the cheese, kind of fell into like the whole little plot, could have had a stronger villain, could have had stronger side characters. But to me, Statham outshined and carried this movie. The action scenes are, he does like the fucking fast moving bullshit and the camera follows his punches like in every Statham movie that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I fuck with that shit. Because I grew up on Transporter and Crank and Homefront and all his Jason Statham movies. Like, he's one of my action icons. He's up there with John Wick and Jackie Chan and the dude from The Raid. He's just like one of the GOATs. So for me, I'm gonna give this a 7.
7. With me, okay. I mean, I agree too. Like, if it's worth a movie ticket, that's like okay. If you enjoyed Silent Night, then you're gonna like this movie.
I forgot to mention. If you are gonna get a movie ticket, guys, don't think you're in for an Oscar movie. Don't watch it in IMAX or Dolby. Just watch it at matinee price. Watch it at like the regular movie theater.
Not
And
Dolby.
even better if you watch it hella early, where the fucking tickets
Get
are
a discount.
discounted. Like that's what it's worth. You just kind of go into the movie and have a good time, but it's not worth Dolby.
But I don't
Cinema
think.
or
I also don't
IMAX.
think it's. You're like you need to be in a rush to go see this.
No, not
You know what I
necessarily.
mean?
If there's like, because okay, what do you got? What do you got this weekend, guys? Beekeeper, Mean Girls, Night Swim, motherfucker. Watch Beekeeper.
Yeah.
That's what you got going for.
That's
Not
true.
Aquaman 2. Fuck no, because let's be real. If y'all wanted to watch Aquaman, y'all would have done it by now.
Okay, so
Man,
wait,
that's
so you
crazy.
enjoyed this movie more than Aquaman?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
I was about to say,
Sure.
Oh, damn.
I enjoyed it more. But no, but I'm saying don't go to the movie theater and watch Aquaman because let's be real. If you wanted to watch Aquaman, you would have already because it's DC. And it was the end of the DCEU and everyone's curious to see how it ends before it gets rebooted. So let's be real. Like, most of the people listening to this pod right now either already watched it or had already made the decision of I'm not going to watch it. So let's be real. You're not going to watch Aquaman this weekend. So of the three choices that you have, which is Mean Girls, the reboot, Night Swim, and Beekeeper, Beekeeper's the way to go. Mm-hmm. Don't pay Dolby Cinema price for it because it's also not Oscar win. It's not going to win any Oscars anytime soon. But it's a good time. It's a fun, like, popcorn flick. That's a perfect way to describe it. It's a popcorn fluff kind of movie. You just kind of eat your popcorn and you just admire motion on a screen. Like,
Yeah.
That's where you go Danny mode, motherfucker. Like, you're low IQ.
He said Danny mode.
You're just like, that's crazy, man. Jason Statham really one-man arming a SWAT team with years of military experience.
Yeah.
And armed rifles on their fucking straps, bro.
Yeah.
And Statham one-man's army, that's unrealistic. But you know what? It's Statham, though.
Yeah.
You turn off your brain. It's low IQ. Just enjoy it. That's how I see it.
He said it's low IQ.
That's fact.
I mean, yeah, no, that's true. I mean, for me, I just like everything else. Everything I think it just was an average action movie. I think just Jason Statham carried, and he did he had an amazing performance. And so with me, I think I wanna, because of that, right? I think Jason Statham boosts up a point from that average tier. So I think I'm gonna give it a 6. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely cool. I definitely do agree. You don't gotta go rush out and see this, but if you do like Silent Night or Sisu or like John Wick type of films, and especially if you like Silent Night, you're gonna like this one. And like Wahab said, he also said a perfect example. If it's between the movies, this movie, A Night Swim, Mean Girls, go check out this movie, man. It's if you want to go to the theater, if it's like, oh yeah, if you're like a movie junkie and you want to go to theater,
or you're just in the mood.
I say check out. Yeah.
Like, hey, man, I want to go to the movies. I'm in the mood to watch something. Watch this.
Yeah. Okay, so Mario gave it a 6, Hav gave it a 7, I gave it a 6. And with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for our non-spoiler review of The Beekeeper. And now we're going to get into the spoiler section. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. And if you're going to stay for the spoiler section, we'll appreciate you. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, hopefully you guys clicked off. Now we're getting into the spoiler section of The Beekeeper.
Yep.
And now we could actually, talk about more what happens, the shit that we find out. And so we find out the motives of the Beekeeper himself, of what's going on, right? And it turns out, so he retired. He's a retired military beekeeper. That's what the operation thing is called. Mm-hmm. And he's living his life renting out a barn of a lady who owns like a farm land area, like a ranch area type thing,
basically.
And he just takes care of bees, and he has this relationship with this older lady. And throughout the movie, not throughout the movie, in the very beginning of the movie, we can see that they have a really close type of relationship, friendship. And then we see that this lady what happens to this lady, man? Go ahead, Hav. What the fuck going on, man?
Unfortunately,
this is crazy.
This lady goes
I wasn't expecting this, bro. Oh, by the way, this movie's rated R. We forgot to say that. There were some cool like scenes of like the whole rated R shit I thought was like pretty cool.
I will say, what this lady goes through is unfortunately something that happens in the real world. A lot of people are fall victim to it, and that's scams. Mm-hmm. It's where you get like those random messages on your phone and shit like that like you have a virus y que sabe la madre. So like it makes you contact a phone number that like is usually some scam people from India or whatever trying to scam you of your money by having you buy like PlayStation cards and like Play Store cards and shit like that to just basically scam you of your money. And so basically this woman goes through the same thing, calls the phone number, and then we see one of the main antagonists or like his goons, right?
Yeah.
Who's a guy who's trying to like steal all her money, and she downloads the software on the computer and they hack into her bank accounts and they wipe all the money. Take all of it, including a over $2 million bank account asset that was part of a charity organization that she used to run. Yeah. So all that money wiped out. The scam people win. She's down, and now out of depression, Jason Statham, who has been living in her barn, he's like some sort of like person that.
But he's just renting out the place. Like he has a lease. He has a lease
or something like. So he's living there, and he comes over because he's trying to join her for supper because she invites him, and he walks in a room and finds her committed suicide.
Yeah,
she grabs her gun and shot herself.
Dude,
that's tough because it's like, oh wow, like I thought she was gonna be around. I thought it was gonna be one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna go get your money back. and like he takes the money and brings it back to her. But the fact that her demise ended in suicide, I was just like, oh shit.
And then that's where we get introduced to the first detective. Like Jason Statham gets put on his knees. Hey, hands behind your back. What the fuck are you doing in here? And we find out that detective was that lady's daughter. Yeah.
Bro, that daughter,
Yeah.
when she popped out, I was like, where the fuck did I see her? I have seen
I
her
haven't seen her.
before. She's in another show on Netflix, an original called The Umbrella Academy.
The Umbrella Academy.
Oh.
And I seen it all. I've caught up, right? And I was just like, that's where I fucking saw
Oh,
you,
I heard that
bro.
show was pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I enjoy
Oh.
it.
Never seen it.
Oh, cause so now that we're on the topic with her, I was gonna say like, is this just me, bro? Like she didn't really react that hard that her mom like died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the
It
same
was
way.
only
She
just
didn't
in the
cry or
beginning.
nothing.
Like she didn't cry. Like she wasn't like freaking out.
oh
and
my
everything.
god, mom!
Nothing, dude.
Nope.
Like just
Stone
like
face. Which is what I mean when I said that they should have had stronger side characters.
yeah, bro.
The writing was not there because she would have been freaking out. Now, the what's it called? Despite that, there is that scene where she shares a coffee with Statham, and she
Yeah.
kind of gives her little lore, her little backstory about how her mom was more proud of her brother than she was of her.
Yeah.
And how when he joined the military, that she was like super proud of you, blah blah blah. But when I graduated from Law Academy or whatever the fuck,
FBI.
FBI.
When I joined the
FBI
FBI.
shit, she was just like, good job. Like, didn't really give her the recognition in per se. So I guess it's true. The movie was trying to be deeper than it was when it's like, no, you're not. But like, it tried to do one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know, my relationship with my mom wasn't always good. So like, do I love her? Do I miss her? Does this suck? I don't know, man. Like, our relationship was kind of rocky.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you don't know much about her backstory other than that little conversation for me to even care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like maybe if it was a longer movie with better writing, we could have maybe have fleshed out the character of like her relationship with her mom and why she wasn't really all that reactive to her death and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But because it's a shorter movie with not great writing, they should have just made her react
Yeah.
to her death more dramatically, because that would have made more sense. Other than having three guys in a room holding mics, being like, "Why did you react that way?"
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
kind of like that's just David Ayer's way of not knowing how to fucking write movies.
And so with that, obviously, Statham's character or Adam Clay, right,
goes on a rampage to like
find
fuck those
out
people
yeah,
up.
exactly.
And you find out in the movie that, and this is once again another example of the writing not being fleshed out.
yeah.
You know, like the writing not being as good as it can be. Is that you find out that Statham does this because this woman cared a lot for Statham. He like took him in, and he's like, she's the one. If you notice that one time when he was like torturing that one dude with the stapler,
Yeah.
and he's like, this woman like means a lot to me. She's the only person who ever took care of me.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But that's all he says. That's the only line you ever hear. But you don't ever hear him actually speak about what kind of shit. Like, wouldn't it be better if like that breakfast scene where they're sharing the coffee with the daughter, the detective chick,
Yeah.
would have been like, you know, I was on my own. I retired from the CIA. I was part of, you know, I'm ex-military. I retired. I was kind of floating through the days, and then I met your mom, and she took me in. And but like, if you would have just given like the little backstory of how he met her mom and how it came to be
Yeah.
that he moved into the barn, and that I've been, you know, taking care of her farm, and I'm a beekeeper. That's kind of my side hustle, but at the same time, she's been taking care of me. If we would have gotten more context, we would understand why Statham is on the rampage that he is.
Yeah.
But because this writing is very mid and subpar per this filmmaker's, you know, reputation, it was like, oh, we're gonna have Statham say that he's close to this woman and have her get fucked over, and Statham's like, nah, that was my homie. That's my home dog. I gotta get revenge for that, and that's his excuse to go Jason Statham mode on all these people. It felt like a plot device to get him to go Statham mode for the rest of the movie and all that action shit. But a better movie would have taken its time to flesh out the characters with lore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what this movie lacked on too, is the lore, because we don't really know much about the detective chick. We don't really know why Statham, what Statham meant when he said she was the only woman that ever took care of me. Like, what does that mean though? If you would have like, and then there's this whole other subplot where the daughter and her cop buddy are both pursuing Statham. Now I have two issues with this. One issue is I'm like, you're really gonna stop Statham even though he's going after the people who got your mother killed?
Yeah.
weirdo. It's like, no, but he's doing vigilante shit. It's against the law.
Yeah.
Let's be real though. And not to get too political, but there's been real life circumstances that's happened in the real world where ex-military people get fucked over, and they use their ex-military skills to go after the people that got fucked over.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? That's very much a thing. So like, a better movie would have played into that part where it's like, you know what though, like we have to go after him because he's doing unlawful things. He's a terrorist blowing up buildings. But like, what if deep down she's like, but like low key, I kind of want him to keep doing it because he's going after the people who got my mom killed. Fuck
But then
that.
again, that's where you see that development at the end when she like lets him go.
But that doesn't.
You know what I mean?
But then you don't really feel it because up until the moment where she busts in through that door where the president is at, she busts in. She still points the gun at him. Says, "Put it down, Clay." She's still kind of like against him, and then eventually he just shoots Josh Hutcherson in the face. Jumps out the window. She runs to the window, and then they just kind of give an exchange, nod their head.
Well, it's because
and
he
they go
says
separate.
something. He says something before he kills Josh's Hutcherson's character. He says, "What do you
This
say?"
is the guy
Mom?
that killed your mom, or that made your mom kill herself.
Something. No, he
Something
says
along
like,
that.
"Oh, you know, like," because she says, "Hey, Clay, this is not like you got to follow the law or something." I think this was back in the second call center that he went to. Remember when she was there? She's like, "Is like, hey, there's laws to this, Clay," or some shit.
Yeah.
And then he ends up saying, "Hey, well, sometimes the law is like."
I forget. I know what
says,
I know what you mean.
He's like, that's why they have me. Like the laws sometimes don't play out that way. That's why.
That's where
That's where I come in to like make sure it happens or something like that because he's a beekeeper or whatever. And so that's like one hint. And then at the end, before he kills, before he pulls a Red Dead on Hutchins' character,
Yeah.
he says something like to her. I forgot what he says. Something like, something about justice and like which side you should be on or like some bullshit. And then that's when he kills that motherfucker and jumps
out the window.
And that's where she's like thinking about it of what he's saying. And that's where she like understood. She's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just
Right, but that's not enough character development though. I feel like that was very like flip
that's what
switch easy.
Well, yeah, that's what you get out of this movie, man.
I know, but that's what. Well,
Come on,
yeah.
man, like,
What the
it's just
fuck? I know. That's why we're talking about the flaws. Like that's what I'm explaining. Is that's one thing that this movie lacked on. That, and then another thing is that like I didn't like how this girl was kept pursuing Statham.
Oh, really?
He's doing unlawful shit. When like I would have liked it better if she like had a moment of understanding, of being like, oh, I know why he's doing this. He's doing it for my mom, and he doesn't want people to get hurt. He's going about it in a very terrorist way, blowing up buildings and shit. But you know what? It was my mom. So I also don't like that. The scene where they're sharing coffee together is like the one and only scene they're ever like
Bonding?
having a conversation. You know what I mean? Where they're actually face to face talking like civilized adults.
Yeah.
Because the other time they meet is in that building, and he's like hiding behind that pillar, and she's got the gun on him, and he gives that little speech, right? The law is only the right thing till it isn't. That's where I come in. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like that's not really a civilized conversation. He's got a gun pointed at him. So I wish that the dynamic between the two, A, should have been better, and B, wouldn't it logically bring them together? Because it was because the lady was her daughter, like that's her mom, and also Statham was like, well, she took care of me. So wouldn't they both bond over the sense that like this woman both played a big part in our lives?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make it a better and even deeper movie? On top of that, Statham maybe explaining what he meant by that. Well, she's the only woman who took care of me. What do you mean by that? Give us the story of how y'all met, and what do you mean by she took care of you? All of that combined just would elevate this to be a better movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where like the movie just kind of doesn't include the important shit, whether it's runtime or just because they were like, we don't have to put effort in a January movie with you crazy girl, like type shit. Like it's just that's what keeps these movies holds it back from being a great movie in my opinion. Is that it lacks a lot of those like extra credit shit that you need in a movie to flesh out the characters and just make them more memorable, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you just need more time, better writing as well.
Yep.
But what about you, Mario? What do you think?
I mean, Hobb basically just summed up all the issues I had with it right there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, that was it.
The bad writing, just the bad execution overall, not interesting side characters. If the side characters are very cheesy, they're very stereotypical, like the FBI when like she's reading like did you know bees have this, and obviously they're trying to relate it to Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And it relates to like foreshadowing of it. Like,
But they even her partner, I get it. He's not a big role in this movie, even still, he's very cheesy, charismatic. You know, I'm just there for the lulls, just not really doing much. But I don't know, man. Like I said, the best thing about this movie is the action. It's the action.
And then we find out the criminal mastermind of who's in charge of these call centers and scamming people of millions of dollars, and that's Josh Hutcherson's character. And it's really like John Wick because he has another person that like works for him that's supposed to protect him, and he's the one who like finds out. You said Beekeeper? He's like, yeah, and then Josh is like, yeah, so what? And it's like John Wick is like, oh, you fucked up, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you so scared of? It's like, you don't. When a beekeeper says he wants you dead, you're gonna be dead. Like some crazy shit. And it's like, this is some typical like John Wick inspired shit, right? And I thought it was pretty cool. And then later on, I guess the big reveal, right, is we find out that not only is Josh Hutcherson's character in charge of all this, he's also the son of the president of the United States, which is, I forgot her name.
His mom.
His mom, who's the president of the United States. And that's where he was using his
scamming organization
exactly to fund her campaign.
to help her win the office.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that shit.
And I also like in the movie, even though they didn't flesh it out as much, I did like that it showed that the mom was not about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was surprised. I thought she was in on it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Yeah, we did good. So.
But do you think she wasn't in on it because like she didn't want to die? You thought like she was scared because she was gonna die. Like, I'm gonna just tell the beekeeper, man, because I don't want to die. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
I think she just wanted to she believed in truth and honesty for the nation, for the people of the United States. Like I think that.
And then that motherfucker was willing to kill her. Fucking
yeah, man, motherfucker was doing drugs and shit. You think he's thinking rational?
like, dude.
I know. I get it, right? That's
You can clearly tell the mom thought him as like a failure. Clearly.
Yeah, I mean,
Like she made her like assistant, like take care of my son. It's like, no problem, Madam President. I love being a babysitter.
yeah.
It's just.
But like, she loves him enough to like
Not want him
enable
dead.
him though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's calling him, oh, you're a handsome boy or some bullshit. Oh, yeah, you can stay here, just no drugs or like whatever. Hey, we're already rich and stuff. I don't know why you're doing this. And it's just like the whole power hungry situation thing going on. But what there's something else I wanted to mention. So we covered that John Wick situation. That's very similar. That whole scene. We find out that his mom is the president. What else, dude? There was something else I was gonna fucking mention. Okay, well, is there any particular scenes that you guys wanna, Mario? Is there anything that you didn't like?
Didn't like?
Or yeah, you didn't like, or you liked? Yeah. Either or.
When those fucking elevator guys
I'm trying
got
to
cut in
fucking.
half.
That was pretty cool. Because I had something in my head and I just lost my train of thought. Fuck. So I just came up with that. I'm like, so what do you guys think?
I guess the one scene that probably caught me off guard was when they're at the gas station and that one chick, the beekeeper.
Oh yes, that's okay. I want to talk about that, bro.
Oh.
Is that this is some John Wick shit? Yeah. Like the first two movies I think, where he's like, oh shit, he's gone rogue or whatever. I'm like, I got the only way to stop this person because he's retired.
The only way to stop a beekeeper
is
another beekeeper.
Exactly, right?
And my thing is like, okay, that's smart.
Yeah.
They send one beekeeper and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Jason Statham is one beekeeper. You can see the damage he's done.
Yeah.
So maybe in their mind is like, oh yeah, this one beekeeper should be enough. You know what I mean?
Right, but then if they would have seen that she died, why didn't the organization send more?
I forgot. They said some line where it's like, "Oh, we're gonna be neutral. We don't want to."
Yeah, that's how fucking scared they were. It's like, oh shit, like that was probably one of their best ones. They probably sent their best beekeeper.
Oh, that was his replacement. I think he said that in the gas. Like, oh, you're my replacement, aren't you?
I thought he said that
right.
like him being Statham and like delivering the cheesy lines.
You know what?
That could also be that though.
That
could
could
also
be.
be
It could
that.
be that, but I
let me
think it
guess.
could be.
Let me guess, you're not a megalodon. You're my replacement. And it's like I thought he was just being Statham.
No.
Do you have 12
I
moves
could
under
see
your
that too,
belt?
but I think
No.
what Mario's saying does kind of make sense.
Yeah.
Because he ends up killing her, and that's when the B organization is like, yeah, you know what? Nah, you're on your own.
We're not gonna
We're
waste any
be
more.
neutral,
We're not gonna
guys.
waste any more of our beekeepers on.
Yeah, it's
on
like, you
him.
know what? You're on your own. We can't
Yeah.
do anything. He's like, how can you not do anything? You're the part of the organization. You hired him. What the fuck? He's like, hey, we sent one of our best beekeepers and she got smoked, and fuck it, man. We're not doing that. And to me, I'm like, damn, bro. They're that scared of him as well, and that just keeps feeding on to the whole John Wick situation. Even when, and I thought actually I wasn't expecting it to them give up that easily. I thought it was like, I thought what was gonna happen is on his journey to kill the Queen Bee or like whatever the fuck, I forgot the reference, bro. I thought it was gonna be the FBI people going after him, and obviously the Secret Service, and on top of that the B
Beekeepers.
organization. But no, the B organization said, all
Just
right,
like
fuck it."
backs out.
He said, hey, yo, we ain't dealing with this, man.
I don't know what you want us to do, man. It's Statham.
We just got
Y'all haven't seen Crank?
for
You
real.
good?
And yeah, okay. So now we get to the end, right? We get this whole throughout the movie is like he's not gonna stop. Beekeepers don't stop until the hive is protected or like the hive is extinguished or smoked out. I don't fucking know,
I don't know.
right? And so he's finally there. Actually, I thought he was gonna like die or some shit. Remember that guy stabs him?
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's chilling. I thought he was gonna die. Not gonna lie. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, he's gonna accomplish his mission and die.
Right.
Kind of like how bees, when they lose their sting, they die.
Yes.
Like I thought I was gonna play into that shit, bro. I was like, oh fuck, like
that'd be funny.
you know. But no, so Josh Hutcherson has this mom in a chokehold with a gun. Jason Statham is in there, you know, and that's where the detective lady comes in, the daughter, and with his team, put the gun down. And then real quickly, like with Deadeye, man, this motherfucker
Straight
just
up.
like shoots him in the head really quick and jumps out the window. And I'm surprised that the people didn't shoot him, like the
The other
yeah,
guys?
Yeah, the other guys. I was surprised they didn't shoot him.
I don't know.
So he jumps out the window, and I've already said this. They do that little nod thing, and Jason Statham goes to the beach, digs up his scuba gear, and goes in the water,
And that's how
it's
it
a
ends.
wraps. It literally ends like that.
And it's
It
just black
ends.
screen.
It ends
abruptly.
I felt like we needed one more scene, dude.
Yeah. For
I was like, that's how it ends.
For real.
I was not expecting it to end like
No,
that.
me neither,
like, to end
man.
that fast. I just remember Javi looking at me. He's like, "That ended abruptly."
I was like, I was expecting like a scene of the FBI chick at her mom's like property of them building a new house. She opens up her laptop and it's all the money there now. And then boom, it ends. That's what I was kind of expecting.
Mhm.
But no, it just ends up with him going in the water, which you know, what I mean, perfectly described.
But that shit was kind of dark though.
what?
About the mom dying. The killing
Yeah.
herself?
Oh yeah, I know.
That
That
shit
I
was
was not
crazy.
expecting.
Yeah.
I was hooked from there. I was like, oh, okay. Let me see what's going on.
It's fucked because I think she's like the most interesting side character, and
Oh, for
she
sure,
offs
dude.
herself.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like-
and they just kill her off in the first 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I was like, damn.
That shit was fucked.
I don't know.
But and yeah, that's how it ends, guys. Literally, just ends abruptly like that. It's just motherfucker does his job, kills Josh Hutcherson, jumps out the window, and as he's leaving, he does like a mini stare down with the daughter. The daughter lets him go. He goes to the beach, digs up his scuba gear, goes in the water while the Secret Service is looking for him. And black screen. It's over. The Beekeeper. And that's it. Will we see a Beekeeper too? Shit,
Hope
That'd
not.
be cool.
maybe. I wonder what would it be about. Like they're gonna the B organization's finally gonna track him down. You know what? Fuck it, we're gonna get their ass.
Or it's gonna be some bullshit where it's like, we need you for a mission. We need you to come out of retirement.
I will. I promise you.
No, I think this
I
is it.
promise you, and you may mark my words, and you have it on tape.
Oh shit.
If they make a Beekeeper 2, it's gonna be trash. I promise.
Why you say that?
Because this movie felt like it had its unique plot of its own, where it's like a retired beekeeper, and he was going after people because someone he cared about got scammed and killed themselves.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty, you know what I mean? But if they were to make a Beekeeper 2, what's the plot there? it's like what he has to come out of retirement again.
It'd be completely different.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like he has to come out of retirement again because he has another close friend of his got fucked over again, and he's gonna have to go through this whole like
Yeah.
chase sequence.
No,
and
yeah, I think this is
shit.
a one and done.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It has to be because if they make a Beekeeper 2, it's not gonna be good. Look at the Meg. The first Meg movie was
Oh,
like, oh,
yeah.
it's kind of like dumb funny, and then the second one came out and it had dinosaurs and shit.
Deadass?
Wait,
Yes.
the Meg 2 had dinosaurs?
Yes. Against a big ass shark, and people were like, "What is this?" Like,
The
it's-
fuck?
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
it's gonna be
God.
like, if there is a sequel to Beekeeper, it's gonna be trash, and even I won't like it. Maybe Statham will still be cool, but like the story will be even worse.
he said, even I won't like it. And you know if Hob don't like these types of movies, it's a
He'll be
wrap.
texting
It's
in the
a
movie
wrap.
theater.
It's a. That's true. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember if I saw Hob text in this theater. I don't think you did.
Statham, girl,
That's crazy.
come on now.
But you were texting during.
Silent Night.
Was it?
He was.
You? That's true. You were, girl.
Okay,
That's crazy.
that is crazy. I want Statham to voice us, Shadow.
Nah, man.
Hey, listen, I don't care, man. I still want that to happen
Why?
because it'd be funny.
It's
Bro, they got Idris Elba to voice Knuckles, and he talks in his Idris Elba, what's it called, deep ass British voice. You gonna tell me Jason Statham's like fucking voice on
Why?
Sonic, on Shadow wouldn't be the
No.
fucking funniest shit?
yeah,
now
but
you
like,
have
yeah, but I don't see like Sonic as like a funny thing.
Shadow.
Nah. No, I'm saying
You
Sonic,
said-
like the franchise. Like
Oh,
the
Sonic the franchise.
like the movie, like the movies.
but it is though. It's aimed for kids. Like, look at the way it's look at
Yeah.
look how
Yeah,
they
but
are
I
and
don't want to
stuff.
say it's like like they wouldn't put a voice actor just to make it funny. Like they do jokes, like they just write jokes, like
Right.
how the MCU does. I don't think they need to put an entire voice actor just to be.
What if it's
make
The
it
Rock?
funny. Nah, man. Tom Holland, dumbass. Hey, speaking of Tom Holland, bro, what's up with that tennis movie, bro? Zendaya, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Threesome or was that?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? That
fuck is-
trailer came out, and then
Y'all interested in
and
that?
then me no.
In that movie?
But no, what's funny is that trailer
neither.
came out, and then a couple weeks or days, whatever, how long
Uh-huh.
after that, his like that one scene of him getting, you know, the one
That shit was crazy.
that, and people were like, "Damn,
Taking
like,
back shot?
like
His get
yeah,
back.
his get back, yeah." That shit had me dying.
That's
when
a
I
L,
said
bro.
that.
That's a fucking L, bro.
Ah, that's funny as hell. Oh my
No,
god.
that's not his get back. That's a fucking L.
Oh my god.
To get his get back, he needed to get like 2 chicks on him.
Oh hell no.
Nah, dude, I can't do that, man.
Hey, don't worry, man. He's Spider-Man, bro. He winning.
But anyways, okay, so that's pretty much it, right? With the Beekeeper.
That's it, man.
Is there anything else that we forgot? I
Ah.
think we pretty much covered all the big details.
I'm looking up the Zendaya movie.
I'm not really interested
I'm looking
in
at the
that.
synopsis, and even the synopsis, I don't really care for it.
It's just yes. If you guys know what we're talking about, we're most likely not going to review that one.
Yeah, Challengers. That's what it's called.
Challengers, yes, challengers. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it with our review. I'm trying to see if we missed anything, but no, I think that's pretty much it. So recap: Mario and I gave it a 6. Hav gave it a 7. And yeah, that's gonna be it for our spoiler section of The Beekeeper. What did you guys think of it? Let us know in the comments. And with that being said, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
Peace.
See ya.